I got to tell you, you were great back in the 90s. I heard some of the stuff you did. Let's see, it was put a little something in your life. What was that commercial? It was yogurt or butter or something? Put a little.
Sunbeam bread.
What was it?
Sunbeam
Oh,
bread.
sunbeam bread. Put a little sunbeam in your life. How does it go? And don't forget to get some for your wife. And what was the other one? There was Clorox. Something, Mr. Day. You sang like, what was that? There was a Clorox commercial. Wasn't it Clorox?
Liquid Clorox too.
Oh, boy. Well, here's to your career.
I have a question for you. I've been working with the keyboard player in my band. We just buckled down and we wrote an album, like 10 songs that are all really good. And recorded them, all the tracks on Logic. We have done. What's so funny about that?
Because I hear this every night. No, I recorded all the tracks. I'm working on an album now. I did the whole thing in Logic. And then I always say, how's it going? Not bad. We're shopping it around. It's always the guys that are like 27, 28, 29 years old. So you're about 40 years late. But the guys that are like 29, 30 years old, like all of a sudden, guess what? Great news. What's that? I'm doing a children's album. Oh, you're doing a why? Let me guess, because you had a kid? Yeah, every time I put him to bed, I sing lullabies to him. My wife said to me, hey, you should do a children's album. Because the wife had decided to make some kind of compromise. In other words, all right, I'm holding you back. Let's do some songs. You can do all the music you want as long as it's about our perfect child. And then what happens is the guy calls me up and says, I'm working with you tonight. Can you pick me up on the way to the gig? We'll carpool? And I'm like, yeah, fine. So I pick him up. He gets in the car. He reaches in his pocket. And, you would think he's reaching for a gun. I know it's worse. It's rough mixes of his stupid fucking children's album. And he pushes it into my dashboard and says, let me know what you think of these mixes. And I got to sit there and say, it's very good. And one song's about diapers. And one song's about a teddy bear. And one song's about mommy. And, of course, one song's about daddy. And there's a song about the puppy. And I got to sit there for 2 hours in traffic with some douchebag keyboard player who's sitting there saying, yeah, I'm pretty good. What do you think of my album? And I have to be polite. So what I do now is when they get in the car, as soon as they sit down, as soon as the door goes, boom, they close the door. I say, listen, before I even put the car in drive, before I even hit the gas, before I even put my hands back on the steering wheel, if you have a children's album, throw it out the window or just make believe you don't have it because I don't want to hear it. I'm not interested in any rough mixes. I don't care about your stupid kid. I don't care about your career, which stinks just as bad as mine. Who the hell are we kidding? We're both losers. So don't try and sell me this bill of goods that you got something good going on. Because I know you don't. You want to know why? Because I don't. And I know that you and I are exactly the same. The difference is that I admit it. I am honest about it. I'm comfortable with it. I feel good about it. There's nothing more shameful and embarrassing and self-depreciating than somebody who sits there and tries to convince other people that there's something good about him. Why don't they try and just be comfortable with themselves first?
Are you finished?
Yes.
This would come out much better if we mixed it by John's house. However, John always blows me off and never has any time, so I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. But I'm bringing it up anyway.
I can start on February 1st.
Why? What happens on February 1st?
It's the day after National Gorilla Suit Day.
Ah. All right.
If I have time, I'll see if I can squeeze you in. Because I'm very busy with my children's album. I have to write a song right now about fruit roll-ups. It's going to be great. Maybe you can help me write a fruit roll-up song. And then, of course, this Cat Poop in the Sandbox. That's a big one. Kids like that song. Couple songs about duty. You can never miss with duty. We want diapers. We want fruit roll-ups. We want duty. And Daddy's an alcoholic.